Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how you can reset your forgotten password on Windows 10. For this video demonstration I'm using Hyper-V Manager, Windows 10 virtual machine. So as you can see currently I have Windows 10. Let's go ahead type a couple passwords. Let's say I forgot my password. So as we can see we cannot log in. So how we can reset the password? Alright. From here we need to boot from any Windows installation media. We can boot from Windows, let's say Vista, Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10 installation, or even Server 2012 or Server 2016 installation disk. If you don't have the installation disk, you can simply download the ISO image from Microsoft website and burn it to the disk, or put it on the USB and make it bootable by using this third-party software. Go to this website. I will add the link to this video description as well. And what we want to do, we want to download the portable edition. So as we can see, download finished. Start the software. F drive in my case, and F drive is the removable drive, which we can double check, make sure F drive, yes, it's a removable drive. Alright, so we need to make sure F drive is selected. We'll leave this as MBR, FAT32, the cluster size, everything default. And here where it says create bootable disk using FreeDOS, we can select ISO image and then click on disk to select the image. I'm gonna make sure that's selected, open, and then click start. And it tells us making sure you have already backed up your data. You will lose all the data on the F drive because it will format and it will extract this ISO image onto this drive. So in my case, this is brand new USB, so I don't have any data on it, so it's no problem. I can simply click OK to continue. So as we can see, it is extracting the ISO image into this USB flash drive and makes it bootable. Alright, as we can see, extracting the ISO image to the USB flash drive has been completed. Also, we need to keep in mind we need to change the temporary boot order when you restart your computer. Depending on the system, some systems you might need to press F9, F10, 11 or maybe F12 to get to the temporarily startup boot sequence. And then you can choose CD DVD to boot from if you are using the installation disk, or choose USB if you are using the ISO image. Also, you can go to the BIOS and change the boot sequence permanently. Depending on the system, there are some computers that you need to press delete key, F2, escape key, or F1 in order to go to the BIOS. And then when you are inside the BIOS, we have to go to the startup or boot tab and then change the primary boot sequence and make sure the removable device or USB is first. So when we restart the computer will look at the USB drives first. So right now we need to boot from the installation disk. Since I'm using the virtual machine, I will use the ISO image by clicking on File, Settings, going to the DVD, and then making sure Windows 10 or again any Windows installation disk or ISO is selected. OK, and then we need to restart and then boot from the installation disk. So where it says do you want to boot from the installation disk, make sure you press any key to boot from the installation disk. When we get to this window, we just need to press Shift F10 to open the command prompt. Now we need to see on what partition the operating system is installed by simply going to different drives and then look at the directories to see which partition has the Windows folder. A drive and B drive is reserved for floppy disk. To change the partition, we just need to type the drive letter plus colon and then press enter. So first I'm going to go to the C drive and then dir to see the directory. So as we can see, the C drive is for system reserved. So let's go ahead and use the D drive and then type dir. Okay, as we can see here, we have Windows folder. So D drive is the partition where the operating system was installed. Next, we need to go to the Windows System32 folder by using the cd command, change directory. So go ahead, type cd Windows, enter. So we are in the Windows directory. Now we need to go to the System32 by typing cd space System32. Now we need to rename the utility manager file to another name by typing ren utilman.exe space with the new name. Let's go ahead and call it new utilman.exe and enter. Next we need to rename the command prompt to the utilman. So by typing ren cmd space to utilman.exe and enter. So what we did here, we renamed the utility manager to another name so we can rename the command prompt to utility manager. Now we need to close and restart the system. This time we don't want to boot from the installation disk. We just let the Windows to boot up. Okay, when we get to this window, we just need to click on this ease of access and it will open command prompt because we did rename the CMD to utilman. By using the netuser command, we can change the password. We can see all the user accounts. This is the user account I want to change the password on. So we need to type net space user space this user account and then space asterisk to erase the password, and it will ask us to type the new password. Now we can see it says type a password for a user. I'm gonna go ahead and use 123. Make sure the numlog is turned on if you are using the numeric keypad. 123, enter, 123. It's not gonna show you the password when you type for security purposes, but go ahead, type and press enter. Now we did reset the password. We can go ahead and close the command prompt and then type the 123. And as we can see here, 123, and then enter. As we can see, we can log in with the new password. Now we need to change the command prompt name back to its original by restarting the system and booting from the installation disk. On this window, we need to open the command prompt by pressing Shift F10. Now we need to go back to the D drive, Windows folder, System32 directory. So by typing D:/enter and then cd space Windows /System32 enter. Since previously we renamed the command prompt to the utility manager, now we need to rename the utility manager to the command prompt by typing ren space utilman.exe space cmd.exe and enter. Now we need to rename the backup utility manager back to its original name by typing ren. We called it new utilman.exe space to its original, which is utilman, and enter. Now we need to restart the system by closing everything. We don't want to boot from the installation disk right now. So as we can see, the ease of access basically doesn't open the command prompt anymore. We change it back to the util manager, the original file. Okay, let's go ahead and type the password. We did reset the password to 123 as we can see, and let's go ahead and log back in. This was an example of how to reset your forgotten password on Windows 10. If you have any question, please leave it in the comment section. If you liked it, please press the like button. If you find it helpful, please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.